So welcome here students, and today I am going to start the chapter statistics, that is 14th chapter given in the NCERT book. So here statistics, first I am going to give the some definition related to that chapter. Statistics, first I will define what is the statistics. So statistics, it is a branch of mathematics which deals with the collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. If you are going to collect any numerical data and if you are going to perform any kind of operation on that, like representation, if you are going to represent that in the table, if you are going to represent that data on the graph, so that is deal with the statistics. Now data, what is called the data? Data are the set of information in numerical figures collected with a definite purpose. So if you are going to collect marks of your friends, so that is also data. If you are going to write the marks of your friends in a copy, so that is the data, that is numerical data. So that is the data which you are going to collect for a definite purpose. Like if you are going to collect the marks of your student, your friend, to find the percentage of each and every friend, so that will be the purpose, to find the percentage of the friends. So that marks is called the data. Now data, that will be of two types. First primary data, second secondary data. So primary data, what is the primary data? The data collected by the investigator himself with a definite objective are known as primary data. So if you are going to collect the data by yourself, for example, if you are going to collect the marks of your friend by yourself, if you are going to ask the marks by each and every of your friends, and if you are going to write down that is called the primary data. It means that data is collected by investigator himself, so that is called the primary data. For example, if you are going to collect the marks of your friend, if you are going to count the number of benches in the each classroom, that is also a primary data. If you are going to count that number of benches by yourself, that is called the primary data. Secondary data, the data which are not collected by the investigator but are obtained from some other sources are known as secondary data. So the data which you had not collected and you are going to get that data from the some other sources like newspaper, from internet, from television. So that type of data is called the secondary data. For example, if I am going to ask that, find the different batsmen who had scored 100 or more than 100 run in the test, so that data you will be able to get from the internet. You are not able to get that data by yourself, so that is called the secondary data. If you are going to collect the score made by Sachin Tendulkar in different matches, so that data you can't collect by yourself. That for that you will search the internet, you will search the newspaper, you will search the television. So that type of data which you are not going to collect by yourself but you are going to take it from some other sources, that is called the secondary data. Now range of data, the difference between highest and lowest value of the data is called range of the data. Like if I am going to write the some data, for example, if I am going to write 9, 3, 7, 15, 18, 12, 16. So I had collected some data, suppose that these are the numerical data, and if I am going to ask that what is the range of the data, so what is the lowest value here? That is 3, and what is the highest value? 18. So what is the range of the data? Range of the data will be 18 minus 3, that will be 15. So whatever the data you are having, the range of the data will be difference of the lowest and highest value in that given range of the data. Now frequency of an observation, the number of times an observation is repeated is called the frequency. So here if you are going to collect the data, each and every numerical value is called the observation. Like 9 is the first observation, 3 is the second observation, 7 is the third observation. So here each and every numerical value in the data is called observation. And if you are going to find a particular observation, how many times it is going to be repeated, that is called the frequency. For example, if I am going to write this like this, 7, 7, 3, 5, 15, I have written that, suppose that here I have written the data. if I am going to ask that what is the frequency of 7, so 1, 2, 3, here in that data 7 is occurring here 3 times. So observation 7, that is occurring 3 times, so its frequency is 3. So the frequency of 7 is 3. So that is the frequency of an observation. The number of times an observation is repeated, it is called frequency. So students, you need to write these definitions in your copy also. Now students, here I am going to explain types of frequency distribution. So here I have written first inclusive form, here it is called the discontinuous form. So if you are going to represent any data in the form of table, like here if you are going to write 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, like this, and here suppose that it is the marks of students, it is marks, and here number of students, here suppose that 0 to 9 there were 7 students, 10 to 19 suppose that 12, 20 to 29 8 students, 30 to 39 15 students. So if I am going to collect the marks of the different students and I am going to represent that data in the group frequency like 0 to 9, 10 to 19. So here first one is inclusive form or discontinuous form. So here you are going to get 0 to 9 and here it is called the upper limit and first value is called the lower limit. So here upper limit is 9 and in the just next here the lower limit is 10. So here it is the difference of 1, 9, and here it is 10. Here 19, but here it is finished up to 19 and it is started from 20. So that type of representation is called discontinuous or inclusive form. Here you are going to get the difference between the upper limit and lower limit of two successive classes is 1. So it is called the inclusive form. Now I will explain the second one. Now I have written the second, that is the exclusive form. It is also called the continuous form. Here I am going to again represent, suppose that I am going to represent the marks and here number of students. Now here suppose that 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and here suppose that number of students 7, 13, 12, 18. So what is the difference between both? Here you are going to find there is the difference of 1, it is completed up to 9 and next one is start from 10, and in the exclusive form you are going to get 0 to 10 and next it is started from 10, there is no any gap. So that is called the continuous form. If the upper limit of the previous class becomes the lower limit of the next class, that is called the continuous. Here 10 to 20, here it is completed up to 20 and it is started from 20. So that is the discontinuous form and continuous form. Suppose that if you are given any value, suppose that if I am going to ask 10, you need to represent the 10. If a student get 10, then where it will be represented? 10. It is 0 to 9, so it will not hold the 10. 10 to 19, so that 10 will be included in 10 to 19. If one student is going to be added which got the 10 marks, so that will be added in that 10 to 19 here. But if you are going to represent the 10, a student who got the 10 marks, so where you will represent? You are going to get 10 here as well as 10 here also. So in which column you are going to represent? In 0 to 10 or 10 to 20, that 10. So 10 will be included in the lower limit. If it is the continuous, it is the continuous form. So 10 will be represented in 10 to 20, not in the 0 to 10. It means 0 to 10 means 0 from 0 to less than 10. So it means if you are going to get the 10, so that will be represented in the lower limit, not in the upper limit. So 10 will be represented here in that group. It means if 13 are there, so if one student is going to be included, so that will be included in 10 to 20. Suppose that one student is getting 30, so where it will be represented? So 30, 20 to 30 and 30 to 40. So where you will represent the 30? So 30 will be represented in that group, that is the lower limit. But if you are going to get 30 here, so where it will be represented? 20 to 29, so 30 will be represented here. So that is the difference between both discontinuous and continuous form.